ready to tear up the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Round number 3 of ENEA set to kick off. Everybody excited, ready for the drop of the green flag. The third round, and looking for a third different winner with Perrin Huggins, Jake Prince on the front row. Green flag flies in Hotlanta. Let's go racing. Perrin Huggins leading lap number 1 with Jake Prince in that second position in the 1-3. Brian Tagg sitting in third, coming out of the second corner and racing down the backstretch once again. Pasoko in fourth. Justin Shoup in the 91 to the outside of Sean Anderson in the 2-0 machine. And they continue to revolve clean and green for the first 2 laps. This driver here, Sean Anderson, going purple, 31.53 seconds, fastest lap of the race thus far. Single file, it looks like, for the most part. Looking at the 12th position car, Chris Mayo in the 30, just up ahead. You have the 11 car, Mackenzie Roon, almost slamming up against that outside wall. Could have cost him dear, but he keeps it moving. The Dorchester Toyota Camry trying to keep it off the wall as best he can. Kind of an interesting looking paint scheme on that 11, though. You've got to appreciate it for the most part. Roon high again off of turn number 4, and behind him, the round 1 winner, car number 8, Dakota Long, trying to stay behind that car of Roon, trying to stay just to the inside, and he does that. Seth Whitworth just up ahead in the number 9 car. He goes purple, fastest lap of the race so far, 31.34 seconds in the unsponsored number 9 Toyota Camry, one of many North Carolinians in this race. How about Canadian driver Gerald Gallant in the 6-0 Branch Chevrolet? He's now to the outside of Jeff Rudick in that 7-4 coming off of turn 4. Gallant looking to get himself off the bottom of the running order. Bennett goes purple, 31.27, 19 now fastest of all, and the laps get quicker, times climbing, as does the speed. At the front, though, it is the Perrin Huggins show. He's looking back to second place. And in turns 3 and 4, it's still Perrin Huggins at the front of the show. Brian Tagg in second, Jake Prince in third. Looking at the battle for 15th. Almost 3 wide here, looking at Cody Johnson in the middle. The 08 machine doing his best to stay out of dirty air and trying to keep these race cars from colliding. The Bowtech number 8 now behind the 4.6 of Nick Simpson, who's got a fan in the chat. Someone cheering for Nick Nitro Simpson earlier. Shout out to Banana Sushi. I think that's the gamer tag there, Banana Sushi, following at the top of the show as well. Matt Croakey in the Ego machine. He sits in 17th behind Jake Baker in the 1-7, while at the front they get closer. Basalco in the 2, now coming up behind. Canadian driver Ryan Terrien. I'm sorry, French driver, not Canadian driver. Maybe French-Canadian, I don't know, the jury's out. Terrien in the 6, behind Shoop in the 91. Justin has worked his way into the top 4. Prince ahead of him. Perrin Huggins out to a 7/10 of a second lead. Brian Tagg starting to get closer, though. The double 9 has now closed that gap to within 6/10. Single file all the way through the top 10. There's Dakota Long in the 8th car. Ryan Lindemann side by side with Chris Mayo in the 3-0 W machine down to the white line, trying to take the spot away from Lindemann, and does. Lindemann leaving the door open. Cody Johnson moves to the inside, and Jake Baker now looking to take the advantage on Mackenzie Roon down into turn 1. Perrin Huggins leading the way. Brian Tagg in second by 5/10. Tagg's getting closer, but what's Tagg going to do once he catches Huggins? It's one thing to catch a guy. It's another thing to pass him. How about Racing Rick in the chat cheering for Justin Shoop? The number 91 Coors machine behind the Atlanta Braves Chevrolet of Jacob Prince. Let's go on board with Shoop. A nice onboard ride with the 13 and the 9-1. 6/10 the difference between them. 16 laps underway from Atlanta. Rick cheering for his boy on asphalt. Trying to go dirt tracking. Andrew Sauer says, Freddie Freeman isn't even on the braces. What is that logo? Oh, Braves. I tried to wonder what he was thinking about. I guess this is just a Braves paint scheme. Andrew, talking about Jacob Prince's ride. Let's get one more look at Freddie Freeman's gorgeous smile there. Actually, I'm not going to lie. I actually kind of appreciate that Braves paint scheme. He's got all the Braves greats on there. He's got the World Series championship trophy on the front there. Let's take a look at the right side of this Braves machine. That is a pretty cool race car. That is, Freddie Freeman or not, that's a great race car. Another great race car is keeping the lead at the front, though. We're talking about Perrin Huggins ahead of Brian Tagg. 6/10 is the difference between them. One more second. Back to Jake Prince. And if you're looking at the racetrack, think something looks off, it is not the current configuration of the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The Henry County racetrack, reconfigured in 2019 but opened since the mid-60s. It's gone a few reconfigurations, starting in the mid-90s when it went from the oval configuration we know today to the D-oval, or dogleg oval if you will. Drivers get 2 maximum tire changes in today's 110-lap race, and over the 165 miles, they can make no fast repairs, meaning the knocks you get on your race car are it. iRacing's fast repair system will not save you now. There are the points coming into today's race. Dakota Long leading the way. Right now, Long running in the 9th position. He's gained 10 places since the green flag flew. Coming into this 3rd round, he is 2 points behind Jake Prince. Perrin Huggins, 3rd in the running order on points with 69 markers to his name. Currently leading the race. There you see Bennett and Terrien tied for 4th. Cody Johnson and Thunder Mansell tied for 6th. Still tight, only 2 races in. Andrew Sauer on the YouTube side of things in that chat saying Team 46, Nick Simpson's a diehard Yankees fan, so that's an underlying storyline that might cause some rubbing later. Nick Simpson's got to get up there to Jacob Prince first. He's got a mirror full of Ryan Lindemann, the number 46 machine, sandwiched between Chris Mayo and Lindo in that 5-7. Simpson in that 46. One thing I've always admired, the Valentino Rossi styled 46 on that Chevrolet. He's got Lindemann looking to his inside in that 5-7. Ryan Lindemann just trying to squeeze a little bit of pressure onto the 4-6. Nick Simpson currently in 12th. Mike Bennett on the outside. Justin Shoup on the inside. Car 91 trying to get behind the 19 and apply a little bit of pressure, but look at Dakota Long, who's making his way through that pink Monster Energy Ford, coming up to the red Monster Energy Ford. French driver Ryan Terrien, he's got Sean Anderson behind him in 7th, Pasoko in 8th, Long, Johnson 9th and 10th. Mike Bennett in the Moroso Chevrolet, now with a mirror full of Coors Banquet 91. At the front, Perrin Huggins extending the lead by 1.26 seconds. A buck and a quarter over Jacob Prince, who is in 9/10 to Brian Tagg, Mike Bennett, and they're starting to stack up behind them. Justin Shoup now behind Terrien. Anderson looking to fill that space in. Pasoko and Long, 8th and 9th. How about Cody Johnson now in 10th? Further on back, they're getting a bit closer, side by side again. Justin Shoup to the outside of Anderson into turn 1. Anderson in the 20 holding off Shoup. Pasoko now to the inside, trying to get around that 9-1 Toyota. And Justin Shoup, the highest ranked Toyota running so far. Down the front straight, Perrin Huggins running away with this lead while Justin Shoup starts to run a bit backwards. The 91 might have burned out those tires. We'll see. We're only 28 laps into this 110-lap event. It is a marathon, not a sprint. Racing Rick telling his boy, be consistent, hit those marks. And how do you like that? Your dad coaching you on from the Twitch stands. Shout out to everybody who's come in so far. You have not missed much. We've been caution-free these first 29 laps thus far. You're looking at Mike Bennett and Brian Tagg battle for third. Brian Tagg in the double 9 gets behind Terrien in the 6. The Mustang rolls on in the top 4. Tagg in the top 5. Justin Shoup falling behind ever still. Possibly some sort of strategy on the 91. Dakota Long to the inside in car number 8. The round 1 winner up 11 spots now. Shoup in 9th, down 4 places from where he started, but not over yet, not by a long shot. Justin Shoup with still a long way to go before this one's over. Got to see what he's thinking, possibly trying to stretch this as far as he can on tires and fuel. Chris Mayo not the only driver who's switching spots here. Croaky gets around him in the Eggo Waffles Chevy, on board with the 0-2. Croaky in 14th, Mayo in 15th. Dakota Long on the outside of Brian Tagg, up 12. Tagg trying to hold the spot, but Dakota Long marches on. Pasoko ahead. Anderson in 5th. Terrien in 4th. Bennett in the Braves car in... No, I'm sorry. Bennett is in the 19 in the Moroso car. Prince is in the Braves car in 2nd. 2.3 seconds the gap between Perrin Huggins and Jake Prince. Huggins putting cars laps down as we're in the middle of the pit window. 30 to 40 laps, the expected, the predicted time that these drivers will be out before they come down for tires and fuel. We'll see just how far they make it. Terrien in the 6, trying possibly to take 3rd. Anderson, Pasoko, and Long now 5th, 6th, and 7th, trying to get their bearings straight. But again, the tires are starting to wear. These cars have been out here for 35 of the 110 laps. And there goes the first incident. Dakota Long decides to scratch the outside of turn number 1. Have a look. Long now has some thinking to do. Did he just invite himself down pit road before he wanted to come? And he doesn't look too bad. Let's take a look on the outside here if Long can keep it off the wall this time. The car's wiggling. He's fast, but he is loose as well. You just saw him shake it, and there goes the 2 of Pasoko into the wall. Dakota Long now sneaks around the 2 car, and he's almost side drafting off of Sean Anderson out of turn number 2. That is a clutch move by Dakota Long. What a pass. Have another look at this. Long's gonna just get bad loose off of turn 4. No, this is the lap prior. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's when he scratches the wall. Anyway, don't listen to me. That was a great pass by Dakota Long. At the front, Ryan Terrien gets into the 3rd spot, and it's his teammate that's behind him. Perrin Huggins is in. The leader decides to come down. He's got to make sure he doesn't speed. Terrien stays out. Long stays out. The other Monster Fords stay out, and your new leader is Mike Bennett, but not for long. Terrien to the inside. If he can just hold on to it. Still drag racing into turn number 3. Terrien has not cleared Bennett. They continue to stay out. Bennett's going to come down. Bennett is in. He's going at an incredible rate of speed. Oh, he looked like he might have been speeding. Terrien, the leader, as Huggins comes out of pit road, and all eyes on car 4. What kind of times is he going to put up on the board with these fresh tires? Huggins' best lap, 31:33, back up to racing speed. All eyes on Terrien. Slowing down, coming down pit road, Ryan Terrien on his way in. Dakota Long also on his way in at a really high rate of speed. Dakota Long has to slam on those brakes, and it looks like he might have just been caught speeding. We'll have to keep our eyes on that 8 car. New leader in the 91, Justin Shoup. Shout out Racing Rick, who's here cheering on his boy. You bet he's excited about that. We'll see just how long Shoup stays out, if there's any gambling at all. Chris Mayo up to 2nd. Kyle Chafin in the double 4 in 3rd as he's up against the wall. 70 laps to go this time by, and Chafin, who's given a golden opportunity, might have just slayed the golden goose. Chafin slowing down a lot sooner than he expected. Shoup is now in the 91. Chris Mayo in the 30, also on his way in. That's going to make Perrin Huggins your new leader. Shoup will lead this lap. Chris Mayo also in. And Huggins now coming around 4. And there it is. Huggins now leading the race. Hagrid's Broadcasting cheering for Chris Mayo, who's getting his tires, his fuel. How about Dakota Long in the 8, now running in the top 5 after the pits cycle through, and it looks like he avoided that pit stop speeding penalty. Sean Anderson in 4th. The Monster Fords behind him. Dakota Long, Ryan Terrien, 5th and 6th respectively. Justin Shoup rejoins the field in 10th. We'll see just how far he goes on this one. Quick math will tell you drivers have to go another 40-some laps on this tank of fuel. We'll see just how far they make it. Lindo goes green. 31.52, his fastest lap of the race. He's in 9th. Lindemann now showing promise on fresh tires. And Hagrid's Broadcasting following. Appreciate you, Hagrid's Broadcasting. Thank you so much. Still can't hear those follower sounds. Gotta work this out somehow. See if we can fix this out. While I'm distracted trying to fix the sounds that don't matter, Perrin Huggins continues to lead. Jake Prince behind him by 4 seconds. Really an unbelievably good run so far. Let's try this again. Still can't hear nothing. All right, we'll turn it up a little more there, and that's as good as it'll go. And then we'll turn up the other. Let's test the bit sounds again. All right, let's try that one more time. We'll turn that up just a little bit more to make sure that that works. But anyway, doesn't matter. Sounds are fixed. Let's keep the race rolling here. Fasoku in that 7th spot. He's just a 1/3 of a second behind Terrien. Battle for fifth. Dakota Long trying to hold off Ryan Terrian while Pasoko comes up behind that number 6. Drivers have spread out after this first pit stop cycle. Nick Simpson in the 4-6, just ahead of Matt Croakey. Justin Shoup a third of a second ahead of him. 4 drivers went green, 1 went purple. Brian Tagg in the 99, 31.26 up on the clock. The 99, fastest of all, 46 laps into this race. He's trying to catch up to that top 5, headed by Dakota Long in V8. Still not loud enough, but that's perfectly fine. Got to fix that one sound, otherwise we're good. Ryan Pasoko in the 2 with a mirror full of Brian Tagg. Dakota Long up 14 places since we started 49 laps ago. He is the race's hardest charger. All the action not stuck up front, however. Lucas Reed in the 3 behind Mackenzie Roon in the 1-1 car. Reed normally with the Fruity Pebbles paint scheme. This time around he's got that red and black number 3. There's race leader Perrin Huggins just putting them a lap down. 55 to go next time by. 4.3 seconds between Perrin Huggins, Jake Prince in second. That 1-3 Atlanta Braves machine trying to hold his own, but he's got Mike Bennett quickly approaching. Drivers just a little bit spread out, but Brian Tagg trying to close them back up. Croakey and Simpson now going at it left and right. Hagrid saying sometimes audio kills me. Man, tell me about it. You try to get the sounds just right. You try to make sure that the volume is perfect, all of that. Nah. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do to get it right. But, you know, we learn. We adapt, right? It's all a learning experience. Every little mess up is an opportunity. And then if you're me, I keep trying to fix what isn't broken and make it even worse. But that's not the point. Nick Simpson, 11th. Matt Croakey, 12th. These two getting close and starting to get a little spicy. Caution's out, big crash. Justin Shoup just gets around it. How about the 91 of Justin Shoup? Look at those moves. Howard Nichols goes around in the 10 car. Big crash down the back straight. How about Justin Shoup just getting through that? We'll go back to that in a minute. I want to know what the hell just happened to Howard Nichols. This happened way before. Yeah, what in the world happened here? He just got loose out of turn number 2. Let's see if we can go back a little further here. This is the lap prior. No, there is the 10, just losing it out of turn number 2. One more look at Howard Nichols here. He's just going to get loose out the second corner, and it's going to take a toll. Now, right on board with Justin Shoup. Watch this. Oh my gosh. That's just awesome. One more look here. Justin Shoup holds on to that. He's still trying to catch his breath in pit lane, but for that, car 91 is going to earn his very own Cole Trickle move of the race.
Ice cream!
Justin Shoup with some incredible moves. Racing Rick, everybody giving him props in the chat there. So Justin Shoup in the 91 is going to restart inside the top 15. At the front, however, you've got Perrin Huggins, who's still bossing the field, and I mean just dominating, I think. And I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and chances are I'm probably wrong again. But Perrin Huggins has led every lap this race, if not. No, I know he hasn't. Never mind. But, I mean, he might as well, because really he's been fantastic this race. He's got the 13 of Jake Prince behind him, just trying to urge him along a little bit. Let's see if we can try and bother Perrin Huggins for a quick word. Perrin Huggins, Rick James up top. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you, Rick. What's up?
For all intents and purposes, you've led just about every single lap this race. You have dominated. What is the secret? Why are you so good today?
Save your tires. That's about how we're doing, man. This thing's a rocket ship. I love it right now.
Nobody's safe. Everyone has at least one more pit stop to make it to the end, but you only have one more set of tires waiting for you in the pits. If your next pit stop is green, is that going to be your last set of tires, or are you going to save it for a green-white checkered?
If it will be my last set, so I hope there's no more cautions from here on.
We're going to restart past the halfway point. We're going to have less than 55 to go. Matter of fact, there go the lights on the pace truck right there. Who's going to be your biggest challenge on the way to pit lane? Or on the way to victory lane, sorry.
I'll say the 13, the 6, or the 8 car. They're all fastest. You know what, so we'll see what happens.
Only one thing left to do, man. Keep the shiny side up, and hopefully we talk to you at the end. Good luck, Perrin.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
So Huggins will go back to work with the race lead. We are past halfway. We're going to have 54 laps to go, I think. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. I suck at math, so one of y'all got to do the math and tell me. But I think it's going to be 54 laps to go. Perrin Huggins with the lead. Jacob Prince to the outside. The 10 car, Howard Nichols, coughing up smoke back there. Got to keep an eye on him. But the pace truck will peel off. Barney's going to put the yellow flag away. Green flag is in the air, restarting here. How about Dr. Bush in for the restart? Check this one out, my man. Green flag is out at Atlanta. 53 green. Laps to go. Didn't even make it 2 corners. They already crashed out of turn number 2. They keep it moving with 2 cars crashing out that second corner. Perrin Huggins, Jake Prince, 1-2. Prince not letting him go this time around. Dakota Long sitting in the 3rd position with smoke still filtering through the air. Cody Johnson and Jake Baker involved in that accident while Jacob Prince goes on the offensive. Fight for the lead. And there is the caution. Howard Nichols must have gone. He goes off the track again. So Howard Nichols brings out the caution that time. Let's have a look at Cody Johnson and Jake Baker coming together. This is literally on the restart. There's Howard Nichols, who actually, look at that. Jake Baker got involved in that one. Did Howard Nichols even get touched in that one? No. Howard Nichols made it through. Jake Baker in the 17 had nothing to do with that one. Let's go back to the green flag and see what's going on with Cody Johnson and the rest. So the green flag is out. Cody Johnson is hanging out back here. And Jeff Rudick, for some reason, seems to be Cody Johnson's target, and Jake Baker, who had nothing to do with this, is collateral. Have a look at Jeff Rudick. Or better yet, let's have a look at the hands of the 08, Cody Johnson. And then poor Jake Baker, who had nothing to do with anything going on, gets caught up in that one. Perrin Huggins, still your leader with fewer than 50 laps remaining in this race. Jacob Prince in the 2nd position. Bama Trema's in the chat. Mama Vols, what's going on? Shout out Haggard as well. Appreciate the compliments. Appreciate everybody in tonight's race. Thank you so much. Mama Vols, one of Rick James TV's #1 fans, if not the #1 fans. Shout out Mama Vols. Appreciate you. Send my love to Terry. Hope everything's okay. I was going to try and talk to Jacob Prince. Let's see if we can make this happen. If I could work out how these buttons go. Probably not. There we go. Jake Prince, Rick James up top. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Buddy, you are sitting in 2nd behind the race's dominant leader, and for all intents and purposes, he's led every single lap tonight. What's the secret to getting around Perrin Huggins?
I think I can do a little bit better job saving my stuff on the long run. I thought I was going to get them there right as soon as I threw the caution. I had a run coming off the corner, and I was going to be able to get the inside of them, but still got a long way to go. Still got some strategy that's going to play out, so we'll see how it goes. He's definitely fast tonight. He's probably a little quicker than me, but I think I can figure some stuff out and maybe give him a run for it.
Save, save, save is what he said about strategy to win this race. You just got to save harder than he does. Y'all got one more set of tires waiting for you in pit road before this race is out. What's it going to take? I mean, given that you've how can you save, I guess, when Perrin Huggins is so fast, and then who else do you have to worry about?
Yeah, well, Dakota's drove up through the field, and he's up to 3rd, but, I mean, I think right now it's going to come down between us 3, I think, but obviously we're going green here with 47 to go, and we'll be in our fuel window soon, so I don't know when everybody's thinking about pitting. I don't really know, but we'll see how that strategy plays out, but you really don't want to take your last set too early and then get some late race cautions, because then you're done if somebody has a set, so.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen for the remainder of this race, man. Who's going to be, besides Perrin, because Perrin is on something else tonight, but who's going to be your biggest challenge on the way to victory lane?
Yeah, I think Dakota in the 8, and then probably Michael in the 19. The 19's been pretty quick. I think that last run, he kind of used the stuff up a little bit quicker than what he wanted to, but he's able to keep pace with us, so those 2 are going to be the main ones to watch other than us 2.
Best of luck tonight, JP. Keep it on one piece, man.
Yep, thank you.
So Jake Prince will be restarting in that 2nd position. Perrin Huggins will have the race lead. Oh, snap. Rock NASCAR's in the chat. Okay. All right. Feels like it's been forever since Rock NASCAR was here, man. But no, he's in the house. What's going on, Rock NASCAR? Shouting out Mama Vols as well. Shout out to everybody who's been here tonight, whether you're still here or not. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a fun race so far. Perrin Huggins and Jake Prince have control of the front row once again. Round number 3 of ENEA live from iRacing's Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll see how far we make it this time. We're inside the final 50 laps of racing. Green flag is out. Let's go. Up to full speed, and the cars singing their 185-mile-an-hour song. Perrin Huggins leads. Jake Prince and Dakota Long side by side into the first corner. Sean Anderson down to that white line. Brian Tagg and Mike Bennett 2 abreast out of 2. Everyone trying to find their footing while the tires come up to temperature. Clean and green through the first lap and 1/2. It will be 45 laps to go this time by. 4, 8, 13, 2 Fords, and then it's Chevrolets all the way down through the top 8. How about Matt Croakey, who's now up 13 places since he started this race with Justin Shoup behind him. Shoup in the 91. Terrien in the 6-2 is inside. Anderson, green. 31-37 on lap 66. He sets a personal best. Dakota Long, 31-30, his personal best. Brian Tagg still purple as Pasoko gets a piece of the wall behind the double 9. Car number 2 now 2/10 behind 6th, 3/10 behind 8th, and then the 91 of Justin Shoup to the inside of Matt Croakey. He's trying to stay in that top 10. Cars wiggling out of turn number 2. At the front, Perrin Huggins no longer alone. Dakota Long to the outside. 8 top side, 4 low side. Dakota Long trying to do it the hard way, racing for the lead. He leads lap number 68. Perrin Huggins not giving up. Car number 4 just staying to the inside of car number 8, and both monster Fords will drag race down the back straight. Race leader, car 8, Dakota Long. 40 laps to go this time by. Pasoko to the outside. Ryan Terrien in the 6th, waving the flag for the French Republic. The driver from Gentilly, the suburb of Paris, trying to crack his way into the top 7. The 2 car sits directly ahead. Sean Anderson, car number 20, sitting in 5th, just ahead of Brian Tagg. He's got purple. Tagg in the lime green. Car 99 has set the fastest lap today. Long now leading Huggins. Hagrid's asking if they're good on fuel. They are not. Race facts will tell you they can go about 40 laps on one tank. They last pitted on lap 54. They'll have to come in with about 15 laps remaining if it goes green. Mike Bennett in the 19. Jake Prince in the 13. Drag race. Bennett in the 19. Nope, I keep messing this up. Bennett's in the 19, Prince is in the 13. Sean Anderson's behind them, and they're about to wreck if I don't get my words together here. You see that? I tripped over my own words, and I almost caused an accident there, but Mike Bennett will slide back to 5th. He's got Brian Tagg in the green car behind him. Matt Croakey in that Ego machine. He's sitting in the top 10 so far with Nick Simpson behind him. Let's go on board with the 46. Ohio's Rune just went green. Car number 11 in the Dorchester Camry sits just ahead of the 3 of Lucas Reed, but they're not on the same lap. Mackenzie Rune in the 7-1. Lucas Reed on lap 7-3. Rune on lap 71, so they're 2 laps apart, while Perrin Huggins gives it a big shake. A tail whip, if you will, out of turn number 2. 35 laps to go this time by. Terry Ann behind Michael Bennett. This is the battle for 5th. To the inside of Bennett, trying to make the move for 5th. Bennett trying to hold his own while Jacob Prince moves into the top 3. He's gotten around Sean Anderson. Prince with a mirror full of Anderson. Further on back, Justin Shoup sitting in 9th, trying to get around Brian Tagg. It's getting close. They're starting to bind together. Bennett, car 19, he's up 4 places. Trying to get closer to Sean Anderson while Jacob Prince snakes behind. The snakes in front of Anderson. The field snaking behind him, trying to break that draft. Let's see if he tries the same thing down the front straight. Sean Anderson in the 2-0, now moves to the inside. Gets around Prince. Great pass, but can he hold it together? Prince in the 13 just doesn't have a response. Sean Anderson pulled that one off brilliantly. Terry Ann now looking for inspiration to get around the 19. Croakey behind Tagg. How about Prince? Prince is in. Jake Prince has decided it's now his time. Haggard asking earlier if there's going to be short pitting. How about some long pitting here, if you will? 30-ish, 31, 32 laps to go. So Prince going to make his car as light as possible towards the end of the race, but his tires are going to be sore when the checkered flag flies. Will it open the floodgates? Do other drivers stay on the same strategy? Perrin Huggins not letting Dakota Long really open up that much of a lead. Half a second sits between them. Terry Ann to the inside of Bennett. Cars starting to wiggle. Justin Shoup into 7th, and he's got a smell of the draft. The Coors Banquet Camry trying to make it work for him. Matt Croakey up 12 spots under this green flag cycle. Bennett on the outside. Terry Ann on the inside. This is the battle for 4th. Inside the final 30 laps and drivers making their final pit stops. Lindemann decides it's a good time for him to bring the 5-7 down pit road. Michael Bennett in the 19. on the outside of Terrian in the 6. These two continue to battle and circulate around the racetrack. Bennett decides it's now his time to come into the pits. 49 miles an hour. How about the 99 of Brian Tagg having to smoke those tires on the way in? And we'll need to see just who is making their time worth it, who's going to get caught speeding. Dakota Long at now 183 miles an hour. He's in turn number 3, while these drivers move at a painful 45. Sean Anderson in the 2-0. He's now behind Perrin Huggins. Did he take that advice of saving to heart? Or is he just trying his hardest? All of the top 4 have yet to pit, Justin Shoup included. How about Chris Mayo? Mayo has not pitted since lap 40. If this goes green to the end, Chris Mayo could be onto something. We'll see just how far the 30 car makes it. Huggins is in. Perrin Huggins has decided he's going to come in. That's going to leave Dakota Long out on the racetrack. Sean Anderson in second. Justin Shoup in third. 26 to go this time by. If it goes green, we've got so many different strategies at play, and I'm excited to see who's going to make it out on top. Long is in. Sean Anderson, new leader in the 2-0. Justin Shoup in second. Chris Mayo also on the way in. Justin Shoup stays out. Anderson does the same. 2-0, 9-1, 13, your top 3. Jacob Prince, who pitted on lap 78, now sitting in third. 24 laps to go. Next time by. Anderson, Shoup continue to lead, pushing and pushing and pushing. If they can go 40 laps, they'll make it out another 6 laps on this current run. If they can stretch their run to 40 laps on this set of tires and fuel, Shoup overtaken by the race's potential leader, Perrin Huggins. Dakota Long ends up behind Huggins. They were in reverse order before the pit stop cycle. Huggins went purple with 31.22. He's just been beaten by Pasoko by 2/100ths of a second, 31.20. It's a lot of numbers at play. All you need to know is that Huggins is ahead of Long with 22 laps remaining. Sean Anderson leads. Justin Shoup is in second. They have yet to pit. Could they be gambling on a yellow? Perrin Huggins goes purple again, 31.12 seconds. He is determined to pull away from Dakota Long. 1 second sits between them. Dakota Long now within 1 second to Huggins, still trying to get around car number 10. Long has to avoid Howard Nichols in the 1-0 Camry, and he does so successfully. Sean Anderson still out. Justin Shoup last time around, 33.94. Perrin Huggins last time around, 31.26. Tagg does it again. Purple for car 99. 31.10 seconds as he crosses the line. He's in 15th, but he's gone fastest once again. Shout out to Brian Tagg, trying his hardest, and it shows on the timesheets. Dakota Long went green, 31.27 seconds. 2:0 to go, 1:9 at the line. Car number 11, Mackenzie Roon, catches a piece of the outside wall. Sean Anderson, he's gone 90 laps. Is this the time that he comes in? Justin Shoup sitting in second. Perrin Huggins 21 seconds behind him and closing in like a madman. Over the last 5 laps, Perrin Huggins quicker than Justin Shoup. 8 tenths, 1 second, 1.1 this time around. Perrin Huggins quicker by 9 tenths. Looks like Justin Shoup could be slowing down. Nope, Shoup stays out. Throwing down the gauntlet, daring Perrin Huggins to chase him. And between Perrin Huggins and Dakota Long, 8 tenths of a second. Dakota Long trying to chase down Huggins and overtake for the lead. Sean Anderson is in. The race leader decides enough is enough. Justin Shoup behind him. Will he gamble further on the caution, or has Shoup also had enough? Shoup staying out on blistering tires, gambling on a yellow, and imagine if it pays off for car 91. Perrin Huggins now within 16 seconds to the race leader. There's Dakota Long in fourth, chasing down Huggins by the tune of 9 tenths now. Terrien to the inside of Prince. The gamble doesn't pay off for Prince. You have 3 monster Fords nose to tail in Ryan Terrien, Dakota Long, and now Perrin Huggins. Sean Anderson rejoins the race in fourth, but now he can go like a bat out of hell on fresh tires. Justin Shoup continues to lead. 13 seconds between him and Perrin Huggins. 16 laps to go this time by. Six tenths between Huggins and Long. Six tenths still, 15 to go. Michael Bennett in the 19, trying to get a piece of Sean Anderson, who just got around him for fifth. Ryan Terrien in fourth. Dakota Long 6 tenths behind Perrin Huggins, and Justin Shoup continues to lead. The 91 car going nowhere. Still at the top, 9 seconds ahead of Perrin Huggins. 13 laps to go this time by. Sean Anderson top side, just trying to get those tires up to temperature. Ryan Pasocco will take advantage and get around the 20 car. Pasocco moves into 6th. Bennett in 5th. Huggins and Long now within half a second to each other. Lucky, number 13, Dakota Long, chasing down Perrin Huggins, half a second between them. Justin Shoup will lose the lead in these next few laps. If the caution comes out now, the gamble pays off for car 91. But will it? How much fuel is left in that Camry? Roon, green, 31.36. Kyle Chafin, also green, 31.42. Perrin Huggins in conservation mode, trying to keep the prime life in those tires as he invites Dakota Long to attack. Inside, 4 tenths. Rudick and Roon, green again. Hisoka with Rudick behind him. Bennett ahead by half a second. Justin Shoup still leading. 2.6 seconds between him and Perrin Huggins. Now it gets hairy. Car number 9 seemingly in the way. Seth Whitworth will stay out of the way this time around. Dakota Long possibly held up by Whitworth, not sure where to go. Perrin Huggins now has Justin Shoup in his sights. Cutting the engine off. That is brilliant by Shoup. Win or lose, the dedication to try and get this victory, second to none. And if the caution comes out, Shoup definitely still isn't out of it. Perrin Huggins, new leader with 10 laps to go. Huggins tries to get around the lapped car, the number 30. Chris Mayo moves to the top side and gets out of the way as expected. 9 at the line. Dakota Long, Perrin Huggins, the two monster Fords will do battle once again. 8 to go when they cross the line at Atlanta. Huggins up front. Long in second. Justin Shoup still in third. The 91 last pitted on lap 54. He's gone 55 laps on this tank of gas. Let us know who you got. Put it in the chat. Who are you rooting for? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Nick Simpson swapping spots with Jake Prince. The 46 car to the inside of the 13. Those two fight for 8th. Justin Shoup has had enough. He's in pit road. Brave run by the 91. Just fantastic attempt by the 91 to try and win this. Sometimes you've got to roll the dice, and there's not a person here who would fault the 91 for trying. Dr. Bush thinks they're going to wreck each other. Well, a girl can dream, right? Let's see what happens. So the 4 and the 8 will do battle. Okay, before anything, Dakota Long is up 17 places from where he started. How about that? Chris Mayo, a definite long shot, according to Hagrid's Broadcasting. Mayo finds himself in 12th. Perrin Huggins up the inside, trying to avoid lap traffic. Dakota Long does the same. A quarter of a second remains between them. Huggins getting around Chris Baker. Long also getting around Chris Baker. Is Dakota just setting up the 4? 5 laps to go at Atlanta. Week number 1, Dakota Long uses the bumper to move Jake Prince out of the way to get the win. Will he do the same in week 3? 3 to go next time by. Perrin Huggins has Dakota Long in his mirror. Will Long use the chrome horn to get another win? Car number 8 behind car number 4. He is there. One thing to catch, another to pass, but how long will it take Dakota Long? 4 blocks the inside. Long, will he try the crossover out of 4? He won't. 3 laps left. There he is on the outside. There's the attempt. Long's in the wall. Dakota Long is in the wall. Top side now. Loses the momentum into the corner, but now Huggins gives a bit of a wiggle out of turn number 2. 3 miles remain when they cross the line. Dakota Long will try the top side. Long almost gets into the wall again. 2 laps remain. Who do you got? You see Dakota Long giving it everything he's got. White flag in the air this time by. Perrin Huggins will come to the line with a 1/4 of a second advantage. Round number 3 comes to one final lap shootout between the 4 and the 8. Huggins ahead of Long by 0.3 of a second. Long giving it everything, almost making contact with the wall. He gets one more chance. Perrin Huggins has dominated today's race. One more chance for Dakota Long, but it won't be enough. It's going to be Perrin Huggins with the win. He's got round 3 at Atlanta. Dominant drive, start to finish. There was nobody who could take on Perrin Huggins today, and he puts that Monster Energy Ford at the top throughout the entire race, throughout every pit stop, and when the checkered flag flies, the dominant driver gets the prize. Perrin Huggins, with a brilliant performance, he wins round 3 at Atlanta. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have top 3 interviews in just a moment. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? With our top 3 interviews now, starting with third place in the number 6 Monster Energy Ford, Ryan Terrian. Brilliant drive today. Ryan gained 3 places since the green flag flew and now headed into next week's race at Auto Club. You got a good chip on your shoulder.
Yes, sir. Back-to-back podium finishes, I'll take it. Had a really good car, man, especially on the long run. I definitely think that Dakota and Perrin had a little bit of an extra step over us, but man, I had about 12 seconds of damage that I got off of spinning the tires off a restart. Fell back to like 10th or 11th and had to work my way back up. But outstanding race overall for me and then just the league as a whole, man. Super happy with it.
Next week's race at the Auto Club Speedway going to be a different challenge compared to this one at Atlanta. What can we expect from you there? Another third place finish, or is it going to be a struggle to get into that podium?
No, Rick, I feel pretty good about it. That's back-to-back podiums, so I'm real happy with it, and a lot of momentum going here, and got a great team overall. So looking forward to it, and I think we'll make some moves there as well.
Congratulations on third. We'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Thank you, sir.
Second place in that number 8 Monster Energy Ford, Dakota Long. DK, what more did you need to get to him?
I don't know how to answer that, Rick. I felt really good about the car. I felt like we had a shot at him when we got on the outside of him with about 3 or 4 to go, and just barely touched the wall, and then that just messed up my whole corner and just couldn't get back to him.
You get another shot to be the season's first 2-time winner at Auto Club. What are your chances?
I'd say about 95% chance, Rick. I think we're going to bring another hot, fast car there, and these guys know they got to come through me to win. That's all that matters.
We'll see you in a week's time. Congratulations on second. Tonight's race winner in a dominant number 4 Monster Energy Mustang, Perrin Huggins, leading a majority of the laps today and bringing it home in one solid piece. Perrin, first win of the season. You're going to go into next week's race at Auto Club leading by 1 point over Dakota Long.
Yeah, Rick, that car was good, but it was a dogfight at the end. And there, I didn't want him to hit the fence. I just meant to run him up some, but I think he got loose and just hit the wall, and that was it. But God, this is a long time coming. It's my first iRacing league win, and this league, believe it or not. So I'm happy about that. I'm stoked.
Next week at Auto Club, you got a chance to go for 2 in a row. You think you can pull it off?
I do, but it won't be easy though. It'll be a dogfight again. So we'll go back to work and see what happens.
We'll see you in a week's time. Congratulations on the W, Perrin.
Yep, thanks, Rick.
Fans at home, that's it for tonight's race from iRacing's Atlanta. ENEA puts another chapter in the books, but we're not done racing for the week. Coming up this Thursday, TNT is back in action. Thursday Night Thunder returns to race from the Rockingham Speedway. Don't miss that, coming up this Thursday, 8:40 p.m. Eastern, right here on Rick James TV. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all around the corner.